Well, good morning, everybody. Good morning, everyone. LCA family, life-changing alliances. And we know, as we say, if we can change you, then you can change your world. And, we got our brand new shirts. If those of you want to be on a cruise, like it, got them.
Yeah.
On the back. We're gonna adjust it a little bit, but we're really excited about the what we got here. I spent some time with a designer, and he's getting some. Then we're going for ladies. We're gonna have some bags.
Okay.
No, y'all got nobody else is on camera. We only got the you guys. If you're not on camera, you're missing it. But we got a bunch of stuff that's coming out, guys, and we're really excited about what's happening in our movement here and what we're doing here. And it's called personal development. Personal development. My name is Jamal Mumford, along with your co-host, Mr. Kemp Satchel, and also JP. And we want to honor her absence as she's taking care of some business this morning. But this is Life Changing Alliances, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome all the new listeners, all the old listeners. You guys have been joining us for some time. We truly, truly thank you for joining this call because you had options. You didn't have to be here this morning. You have to dial in. But you chose, and you might have saw that this call is doing something for your life, or you've been told, hey, get on this call, and it's going to benefit your life. And that's what we're here to do. We're here to help you change so you can change your world. And I'm changing. Mr. Satchel, we're all changing here. So we do this call every single weekday, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're here. We record these calls every single day. So if those of you who can't be on every single day, we do put these calls on our website. And you want to go to www.lifechangingalliances.com. Again, www.lifechangingalliances.com. And you'll be able to listen to all of the recordings that we do on a daily basis. Also, gentlemen, I want you guys to know that both myself and Mr. Satchel, we both are authors of two wonderfully amazing books that I tell you, if you read these two books, your life will be so drastically changed. I know a lot of you are probably new to the call and you haven't had a chance to purchase the books. So if you go on that website, lifechangingalliances.com, you can actually get a bundle package of both of our books. It actually save you some money, save you $10 as opposed to buying our books individually. And you can go buy our books over there on the websites. And folks, again, this call is designed to do personal development where we're coming on this call and we're just opening ourselves up to the information. You know, we're learning new things. We're taking 100% responsibility for our lives because I don't know about you, but I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. You know, I know it's a little slogan that we use in different different institutions, but you know, really, I was sick and tired because I was sick and tired of things just not working out. You know, I was sick and tired of just having everything that, you know, just problems and deaths and all kind of things. Anybody, money funny and kids, all kind of things. And I was just tired of relationships failing. I wanted to change. I wanted to create a new me. And that's what we're here to do. And I promise you, if you stick with this information, you stay on this call, you will get insights. Now, we'll remind you guys, as a disclaimer, we haven't done this much as to call folks. This is a call. This is a universal call. This is not a specific project call. We're not part of a specific company. So we want everybody to know that when you do give your comments and you do come to the call, that this call is in no way attached to any kind of project, any kind of company, any kind of religion. This call is an open universal call. So, you know, we welcome all people from all sexes, races, colors, creeds, cultures, you name it, all walks of life to come on this call. And we want everyone to be able to have an insight and be able to benefit from the call. So we welcome everybody to the call. It's just amazing. I always tell you guys, you know, the law of attraction is an amazing thing. And I say that to you guys, you know, that you really can attract an amazing life. You know, and I tell you, when you begin to exercise these principles, you will begin to see your life, when I say infinite intelligence, to the point that things will just always work in your behalf. So even this morning, I'm going to show a video. I'm going to let Mr. Satchel come and speak first, and I'm going to show a video because just this morning, and folks, I'm not and practice some things to the point that you're able to attract things, right? I can attract exactly what I want. And it didn't just happen yesterday. But so like even this morning, I just woke up this morning and I went online and the video popped up. This video that's going to talk exactly about what we're discussing in this book. So I'm letting Mr. Satchel come up, give people a chance to get on the call. but you definitely want to get a pen and paper hand. It's only 10 minutes long. It's not as long as the other one, but it's a great excerpt by a great personal development coach who's no longer with us, and rest in peace, Wayne. But it's only 10 minutes long, but I'm Mr. Satchel come and speak, and then we're going to watch the video, and then we'll get into the material. Mr. Satchel, Mr. Motivator, this guy, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, okay, you know, every morning, you know, we just talk, and every day him and I just go at it, and we talk about personal development. Everything is personal development. It really does, because you can look at even this morning, we know we had to talk about something that was going on, and people just make a lot of money, and you know, we just had these 2-minute conversations, but you know, and the only thing we keep saying is, guess what? You know what our ending statement is? Lack of PD. Lack of PD. And even in our own lives, we may say it about ourselves. We may say, you know, Jamel, you know, I guess I need some more personal development. I got to stop saying this or whatever. And really, when you start looking at and you put in that context, you will start seeing what that's about. So this gentleman, I tell you, this has been one of my partners in success for many, many years. I mean, he shared the stage with some of the best people out there. And I tell you, when I tell you this guy knows how to move people, motivate you to change your life, he's doing it. And he has a lot of energy. You know, I mean, you know, energy that, like, you know, I laugh at people because this gentleman, he's not young in age, but he's not young numerically, but he's young in spirit. See, that's the difference. See, are you young? See, you could be young in age, you could be young numerically, but you could be old in spirit. You could be up in numerically, but he has a young spirit, full of life, full of just joy and peace and tranquility, and changing lives all around the world. So let's give it up for Mr. Motivator, Mr. Satchel. Sir, take it away, sir. Then I'll come back and show the video.
Woo! Well, first and foremost, good morning. Everybody is in the building. Miss Rashina with her Blossom Bailey over there. And Callie, I see Miss Flo over here. Good to see you. What's going on, Brina? Dynamic Debbie, and Dwell. For those that's on the camera, I see Shirley to go Tramika in the building. What is happening, Lynn? Miss Brittany, good morning. Right in the middle square. You know what I think I'm going to do? Everybody, we're going to turn on the screen. And whoever ends in the middle of the square, we're going to start sending them some money. How about that, Mr. Mumford? Right? It's like if you be in the middle, when you get on this when whoever's on the camera, whoever comes up in the middle square, that's the one. And I got to kind of experiment first because Brittany might have a little special camera that'll just put her in the middle square.
It's up in the middle a lot. I noticed.
But it's like secret squares. Anybody remember that, right? What's up, Kevin, CEO? Is in the building, claiming that he done gave his date that he's leaving. I know that's right. Finance. Oh, Miss Tina, what's going on? How you doing? Travel Rocks, Marcus Butler's in the building. Miss Michelle, I seen you earlier with your head down and all of this stuff. I know you don't want to be there. That's all right. It's going to be ended in a minute, boo-boo. But it is exciting. Hey, Kareem, yeah, y'all better come on them cameras. I know y'all got them on your phone. That phone could make you $100 today. You never know. See? That's how I do. I just, hey, I need tax write-offs. I might as well get somebody some money, right?
Right.
So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, first and foremost, there is a young lady that's a part of the family of LCA. She would be here every morning, her and her brother, Mr. Davis. Anybody see Jennifer, y'all should remember her, will be on the camera a lot. Not on the camera, but they will be online. Mr. Davis, he would be on call as well, but they lost their home last week to the flood. They lost their car, they lost their home, they lost everything. A donation button has been put up for them. They actually, Jared, has been put up a button. They have a donation fund, GoFundMe. I will actually put it on the LCA so that you could just press that donation button and please send. Listen, they said, I think I was looking at some of that. They had a lot of people. And it was amazing that, and I just observed this, but I was looking at they have different families who have actually had donations. And you look at it and you look at, when it comes, let's just give. If we all come together, we can make a difference. That's what I keep saying. And at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, some of us right now are in much better places than others. Guess what? You never know that day that things might happen in your behalf. Just listen to this. Learn to be a giver. Just believe that. Learn, I'm telling you this from experience. Learn to be a giver. Okay? So I'm not going to say anything else on that, but I definitely want us to keep her in prayer and the family and all of that good stuff. Other things is Mr. Mumford is getting ready to show a video, so I'm going to just get out the way, and then we're going to get right back into the book and keep it moving. So, Mr. Mumford, go ahead.
Awesome, awesome. Well, guys, definitely I want to show you this video. I came across it this morning by Mr. Somebody's got, I'm hearing an echo, by Mr. Wayne Dwyer. And just watch this video, and it's really going deep. He's really going deep about our lives, because as we're on the subject about limiting beliefs and what we say into ourselves, we're on this big thing about speaking to ourselves, what we're saying to ourselves, that we attract everything. And he made some really amazing points in a perspective of what we attract. So just watch the video, and I'm sure it's going to be relative to what we're covering right now. So turn my phone off from mute, and hold on 1 second. I think you have to, oh no, you don't have to do that, right? Okay, so I gotta do that. Share computer sound. Let's see here. All right. Is that showing right, Mr. Satchel?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, here we go.
If you are what you think about, then you have to start getting real careful about what you think about. Now, you have to start this with being cautious about every conversation that you have with your friends, with your relatives, with your mother, with your husband, with your children, that focuses on what's missing in your life. Because if you want to attract something into your life, something good, something grand, something godlike, something prosperous, something of well-being, health, whatever it might be, if you want to attract that into your life, but you're talking about what's missing and thinking about what's missing, and you understand that what you think about is what expands, you will continue to expand of what's missing, and you'll continue to attract what's missing in your life. I never talk about what's missing in my life. I only put my attention on what I intend to create. And I have shifted it. And I learned this lesson a long time ago, but the place that it probably expresses it better than any is Esther and Jerry Hicks' book, Ask and It Is Given. The teachings of Abraham, it's called Learning to Manifest Your Desires, have more than anything, I think they're the greatest, among the really greatest teachings on the planet today. And I know Esther and Jerry, I know them well, I've been with them on many occasions. It's about practicing this idea of not putting your thoughts on what is missing and shifting it to, it's on its way. It's on its way. It's on its way. 4 words, just get them tattooed someplace inside of you. Whatever it is that you would like to attract into your life, know that it's on its way. And I want to say to you that as you begin to get your thoughts more harmonized with Tao thinking, that is, with the thinking of the source, the thinking of God, that which always has been, that which does nothing but leaves nothing undone. As you begin to more and more harmonize in this way, what happens is that you start elevating your thoughts so that the habit of how you think becomes more harmonized rather than a polarity with what you want to attract. It becomes harmonized with it, and it becomes your natural way of how you think all the time. And you start then beginning to teach your children the same way of thinking. So you just catch them when they start saying things like, oh, with my luck it won't work out. Why have any of us ever learned to say, with my luck, and having it mean things aren't going to work out? Why wouldn't you say, and just have it as your habit, with my luck, it'll probably show up faster than it normally does? Why not have that kind of a way? Because here's what happens. As you begin to shift the way that you think and have an anticipation that this thing is going to work out for you, you can only act upon your thoughts. And as you get these higher and higher thoughts, what happens is that the thought is now more aligned with what it is you want to attract, and then you start acting upon that thought. And as you start acting upon the thought that it will work out, that it's probably on its way, you start to see how this whole system all works. In other words, call it the universe, whatever you want, begins to conspire with you. It begins to act almost where you suddenly become a collaborator with fate. And instead of fate being something that just might or might not happen to you, you're in collaboration with what it is that you want to attract. I mean, ask any physician, there's physicians here today, ask them about something called the will to live. Ask them about somebody who's going in for a corneal transplant and thinks that I'm going to see when this thing is done, rather than someone who thinks it probably won't work out. And which one would they rather work with? What is this thing called the will to live? What is this thing, this inner kind of thing that says, I refuse to allow myself to think? I say to my mother, who's 90 years old, almost 91 years old, I was with her for the last 5 days, every day, every morning along with her, and she's been going through some difficulties, and so most of you saw her on the PBS show, if you saw The Inspiration. She has always said to me how she was going to die. She said it to me when she was 60, what her death was going to look like, when she was going to die in her sleep, and it was going to be, it was going to be a peaceful thing, and she was going to do it when she was ready. When she was ready, she would leave, and she would know when it was time. And she says, and don't think it's time. I said, well, you got a hangnail there. Maybe we should just move on with it. And she said, no, I'll tell you when I'm ready. But she has always said, I will never allow Alzheimer's into my life. She's always said, that is not something, she'll say things like, well, I can't remember this name quite as well as I did before, but that concept of all, it's just not anything that I've ever allowed myself to think is a possibility. And I said to her, well, what if you're wrong? She'll say, well, who'll know the difference? And they've done research on this, in studies on gerontology, where what does your life look like from 60 plus? Versus what does your life look like from 60 down into your 20s? That people who live a dynamic life into their 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s, people who feel strong, who don't feel that getting older means that I have to in any way decline any place, physically or mentally. Getting older has nothing to do with the concept of declining. That when people are in their 20s and 30s and 40s and 50s, and this is their perception of what their life is going to be like when they are in their 60s, that those people have a much greater chance of not attracting the kinds of diseases that are so much age-related as do people who think of old as infirm and declining throughout their 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s. That you change the way you believe about that and you say declining is not a possibility. I don't think about what's missing. You don't put your attention on what's missing. You don't tell other people about what's missing. And you don't tell other people about what you can't do and what isn't working and how terrible the world is. And the Tao teaches so much of it was written for leaders, people in positions of power. But I've translated all of that into your own level of leadership. And the great leaders are the ones who eschew violence. You have got to get yourself to a place where you don't allow yourself to have violent thoughts come into your consciousness. That means you got to watch the movies you're watching. That means the games that your children are playing, video games, have got to be monitored and removed when they have violence built into them. It means that you don't watch the news and you don't read the stories, endlessly reaffirming what a terrible place this world is. It is not a terrible place. It's a perfect place. It's a beautiful place. There are just some leaders who are connected to Tao and others who are not. And we can create the kind of world that we want to create when enough of us begin to say, not part of my consciousness. Nope, I don't buy gossip. No, I don't buy violence. No, I don't have anything to do with that. And you just turn the channel, you turn it off. I pick up a Time magazine when I get on a flight, and I go through and I say, I won't read the stories that involve killing. I won't read this. I don't need to hear any more about any more people blowing themselves up. I don't need to continue to have that as a part of my consciousness, because I want to be someone who radiates out God-realized thinking. That's what I want to do. And I can't do that if I'm constantly being imbued with that. So I just go through the pages, page. And usually I say, oh, just threw away another $4.95. There's nothing in it to read. Every once in a while, good story about maybe Tiger Woods or something, but by and large, there's not much in there. And you don't have to fill yourself with that kind of energy. So you don't put your thoughts on what's missing. You don't put your thoughts on what always has been. You don't put your thoughts on what others want for you, unless you want more of what others want for you to continue to show up into your life. So that if you're having conflicts with anybody that's out there, you don't have to put your attention on any thought that is out of harmony with the relationship that you would like to have. It doesn't have to be. You can have a love story replace a hate story by just changing your thoughts in any moment of your life. As you'll see, some of you will see it this afternoon, as Katie works with some of you and does the work and teaches you to ask yourself these questions about how can you be sure? How can you be sure that that thought is true? Why not have a love relationship with your ex-husband or your ex-wife? Why not have a love relationship with your in-laws? Why not? Why not have it with everyone on the planet? Why not? Indeed, why not? Every moment of your life, this choice is yours. You can either be a host to God or a hostage to your ego. It's your call. God bless you, and thank you for your attention. Namaste. Thank you.
Iran, the world's foremost sponsor of terror, where chants of death to America are
Wow, Mr. Motivator. Man, I don't know about you guys. I hope you guys really got something out of that. What an amazing video that was that Mr. Wayne Dwyer shared. And I think that goes great along with what we're talking about in your limiting beliefs and everything. And I can just tell you the two things that really got out of that video was amazing. That I heard somebody, actually T.D. Jakes said it, and he said, how you live your life in your 20s, you're going to reap in your 30s. What you do in your 30s, you're going to reap in your 40s. So for a lot of us, we may not have, if you're 35, you may not, the rest of your 30s may not be your greatest years, but if you start changing your 30s now, you will have an amazing 40s. And I look at Mr. Satchel, I look at where he's at in life, and I've known him now a good probably 12 years, and I can see now that he's reaping things now in his years now than he did from 10 years ago, so things he was doing in his life. So I thought that was really important. And the big thing I got was when he said, don't talk about what is missing and not working. You know, I mean, that's most of us. I still do it. And that's most of us, that we spend so much time talking about what isn't working. Anybody wanna attest to that? I'm the only one. I raise my hand. See, when I raise my hand, that means that's me. It's FYI. When I'm speaking, when I raise my hand, that means that's me. When I do that, you know, we talk about what's missing, what's not working, and we put so much focus on the problem and all we're doing is attracting more of the problem. And he says, only focus on what is coming to you. See, and so even to the point now, whatever you're going through right now, see, I know, and then the reality is this, and I say I'm going to ask God these questions. I'm not going to ask him like, just the way he designed us, that he said whatever you focus on grows. So I know sometimes we want to focus on the bad relationship. We want to focus on a project not working. We want to focus on the bad job. But if you emotional attachment, and if you put an emotional attachment to that, guess what happens? You attract more of it over and over again, and it becomes a vicious cycle. And when he said that, are you a host to God? That's big. Or you're a hostage to your ego. See, ego stands for, you know what ego stands for? Edging guidance out. Also, edging God out. Because see, God says focus on things that are pure, things that are trustworthy, things that are hopeful. Why would he say that? Now, that's God's guidance. But for you to think about your problems, oh, Jamal, you don't know what I'm seeing. Now I'm going to help you out. But Jamal, you don't know what I'm going through. Well, I know what you're going through because I'm using God's guidance that told me don't focus on those problems, don't focus on those things, because guess what? You're going to attract more. So even in your project, when nobody wants to sign up, I can't get nobody to join. That's focusing on what's missing. But I don't know how to, I'm not a good salesperson. You're focusing on what's missing. I'm not a good recruiter. I'm not good at sales. You're focusing on what's missing, and that's why you're going to keep on what? Missing. But keep saying to yourself, there are people out there. I'm attract people to my business, and never ever change that thought. I don't care. I don't care if it goes. Michelle. I mean, my heart goes out to Michelle because she's in my project with me. And I mean, I remember when everything transitioned for her. When she finally called me, Jamal, I'm done. I'm now focused on going forward. And she made that transition, and now her project, her team is growing so mightily because now she finally changed her focus on what was missing. You are a great salesperson. You can recruit. You can do all those things. When you change your focus, what begins to happen is you stop focusing on what's missing, because that's what you were doing, right? Well, I'm not good at this, I'm not good at that. So that's my insight. Mr. Satchel, the call is yours, sir.
Wow. Do me a favor, Mumford. Go and hit the share screen and take your check mark out of where it says sound to computer.
Well, I know why you're hearing the echo because I got it on my phone too. Hold on, I gotta leave the room.
But that's muted. You should be okay. Talk.
Go ahead. Let's talk. You don't hear no more.
Oh, y'all don't hear no more? Okay, good. Wow, what a dynamic video that was actually shared today. I want everybody to put your hand up. And we're gonna elaborate on that video right there for those that listen to that information, because that was some very powerful information that you just listened to. And if you get this, if you get it, that's why the Bible says those who have an ear to hear, let them hear. If you get it, how many of you have a will to live right now? How many of you are really representing like you are hosting right here on earth as it is in heaven, that God has simply chosen you to be here today to represent him, that somebody else is going to follow you? How many of you have the energy right now that is distributed to where I'm so thankful, I'm so grateful? How many of you can love on your ex? He says so much here to the point you hate your ex. I can't stand him. He did this to me. Why couldn't he did it for you? See, some of us are just all over the place. The way we're thinking, it ain't like he did. Man, sometimes you might want to go and thank your boss for the way that they treated you, to the point that, guess what? I am no longer there. You talk about this is what's happening. Man, look at what's going on in your life. It's a wake-up call to the point that, guess what? If your energy go over the top, I guarantee you it'll get rid of every disease that man can try to put on you, with you believing in what's being said. I am so fired up from that daggone video right now. God dang it. Because it's the truth. It is the truth. I wish I could just give half of you the energy that I have. Yeah. Why? Because when I look at it, man, I'm turning 52 September 16th, but you'll never know it. Why? Because I'm telling you. But at the end of the day, oh God, how's this? This is oh goodness, I don't know what's gonna happen. Wait a minute, you walking around like a snail. You giving everything an opportunity to attack you. They tell me, Kemp, you got high blood pressure. What did you do? Tell me something else. What would you expect it with the kind of energy that I have? I'm not taking no medication. What? You know who my medication is? Guess who? The person that's upstairs who created me, period. When he say, here, you need medication, I've given you everything you need to live with life. Y'all can, well, Kip, you need to go see the doctor. No. Guess what? There was a time that there were no doctors. Do you remember that? No, you probably don't. But at the end of the day, there's a lot of people who lived a long, long time. But see, some of you are buying into this bullshit. Go ahead, Rashina. Go ahead.
Morning.
Good morning.
Hey. I just want to say that video was so on point. Just from the journey that I am going through in my life, I'm a living witness of it. That things to do, whether it's at work or whether it's personally, but God will stand before you and help you move into the direction that you need to go into. So I thank God for those challenges that I was faced with, because it just prepared me and propelled me forward.
Absolutely.
I am now in California meeting my new employees, and for the last 2 days I've been going around to the various stations that I manage, and to hear the employee stories and how grateful they are to have me come into their presence to be able to give them guidance and leadership is just so rewarding. So I am just internally grateful for that I am here to be able to give them the guidance and the leadership that they need and that they so desire. I just employee that sent me an email early this morning that worked out in Salinas. He's like so excited, can't wait to meet me this afternoon. I told him, I'm driving out here too because I want to see you, because I feel so it's important to have those relationships to be able to let them know that there is someone that cares and that we want them to be successful in their jobs and to be able to move forward, and that we just don't want them to stay stagnant in their positions and that they're destined for something greater. And so I'm just happy to be able to, given this opportunity, to be able to help them to go into the direction that they need to go in.
Clap it up, clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. I'm going to tell y'all look. Let me tell you something, man. Congratulations, Rashida, on what you're doing. At the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, this is what it's really all about. Hello. Come on. Go ahead, Miss Yola.
Hi, good morning, everyone.
Good morning, team.
Okay, so I watched that video and instantly I remembered something. I know that I have a purpose. I know that it's greater than me, because he said, don't focus on the negative things around you. You know, don't read the newspapers or the news and, the bombings and everything else. And something stood out to me. I remember that a couple times in my childhood, especially when I was here in America, I lived in a not so nice neighborhood. But funny enough, it's one of those things where it's a street away. There's a building called Vanderveer, or it was called Vanderveer, and I lived behind it. Vanderveer was known for all the crimes in the world, and people would die every day, and literally I had to pass there every day to go to school. And I remember thinking, I don't have anything to do with it. And people kept saying, oh, you live in there, you live over there. Oh, you ain't get shot yet? You didn't see people die? No, I have not. Nobody hold you up? No, I have not. Because I don't know anything about that. I don't acknowledge it. I don't let it register in my life. And I always just walk past it because it had nothing to do with me. And I refuse to acknowledge it. And I remember, I think that's what got me through. When people would say, oh, somebody got shot on Nostrand Avenue. Really? You know, rest in peace. But I don't have anything to do with that. And I wouldn't really internalize it too much because I just felt like that was not my life. It was not my world. So I think that kind of got me through, where I just focused on, okay, I'm going to school, I'm going to do good, but this is not my world forever. So he's right. Don't focus on the negative things. And that's true. I don't know. I used to have that energy and I need to get back there. So thank you for this video.
Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Bridget, you drive that truck. Don't look at that camera, just talk.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you well. Look at the road. Talk about this class calls that.
Great morning. Wow, that was an amazing video. It's really in line with the things I've already heard this morning, for things that have already been entered into my spirit this morning. Just to make a choice. It's my choice. And my life is my choice. It's the direction that I'm going. It's my choice. It's up to me what it's going to be. And I don't have to choose to struggle. That was one of the things that I wrote down. I don't choose to struggle anymore. The struggle is over. The struggle is no longer real for me. The struggle is over. I don't choose to struggle. I don't choose to constantly be in a state of mind where I'm focusing on what's wrong. And I'm so excited for that video because I made some choices this morning as I get on the road. You know, I'm excited because I have my children. They're now saying the affirmation with me. The affirmation that says, I'm going to quote it because I was determined to learn it. But God's wealth flows to me in avalanches of abundance.
Mm-hmm.
All my desires, my needs, my goals are met instantaneously because I am one with God, and God is everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I was excited because I heard you say that. It's in my spirit every time I hear you because I'm determined. I have a will to live, and I'm going to live. I am going to prosper. I'm going to be in good health. My soul is going to prosper. Everything I touch is going to prosper because I say so.
That's right.
I do that. It's no magic. It's no voodoo. It's because I made that choice. I made the choice. I don't choose to be unhappy. I'm crying because I'm fired up. I'm fired up right now.
Come on.
So fired up. Everything I touch, everything. I'm telling you, I feel like I'm running through a brick wall right now. I'm telling you.
Woo. Come on, y'all. Give it up for Miss Bridget right now, man. Let me tell you something. You got to speak over your life. Thank you, Miss Bridget. Now, you make sure you just keep your foot off that daggone wheel, that daggone speed pedal. You know what I mean? I don't need you driving into nothing. That energy get to going. Y'all know y'all get the room stuff. She get to press that daggone get somebody in trouble. So all I'm going to just say is, woo-wee. At the end of the day, you got to learn how to encourage yourself. Speak things into existence. People don't believe this, but I'm going to tell you, I done heard so many people say, you can design your life. You can design how you die. You can design what you participate in. All of that is totally, like, do I really have that kind of power? Yes, you do. Mr. Mumford, thank you so much for sharing that information today.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like, you know, you think of Satchel, like what he was sharing, that basically we do this. I mean, and echoing what you're saying, we really do, and it's worth repeating over and over and over again. They say repetition is the mother of all learning. We do design our life, you know, and I can look at my life today and I look at my life yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
That it's 100% fact that we do design our lives. I know you may have a hard time thinking that it was like he got another video. I was going to show the other one, but I thought this was even more. And he was talking about like, he said one day he woke up, he said, ask yourself the question, where did you come from? So he said, where'd you come from? He said, the title of the video says, are you a soul in a body? Do you see yourself as a soul in a body? Or do you see yourself as a body who has a soul? There's a question. And he said, and the video says, I mean, what time is it? Well, I won't show it, but the video says, if you change the way you see things, then the things you see will change.
Yes.
If you change to how you see things, the things will change. So how you see money is how you want to receive money. How you see your project is how you want to see it. How you see everything is how you, so if you change the way, so all that did in my life was, all that happened in my brain was, I changed how I saw things. So it's like when I saw a roller coaster and I said, man, I don't want to get on roller coasters. Well, I changed my perception. I said, well, man, if everybody else is getting on this roller coaster and they got off okay, then I can get on the roller coaster and I'll be okay. See what I do? I just changed. I remember that I changed my mental picture of how I saw roller coasters, right? And my project, I kept saying, well, this stuff really works. I just changed now how I saw my project. I changed when it came to, all I did was change how I was doing how I had my money, right? I changed how I saw money. I thought money was to be spent, right? And then all I do, and it took me a long time to get it, but finally I just changed, right, how I saw money. So he said, if you change your perception of things, if you change how you see things, so he said, no, now look at yourself. Are you a body that lives in a soul, or are you a soul that lives in a body? And depending on your answer is exactly how your life is lived out right now. I'm not going to give you the answer. I want you to think about that. I would love to ask people, what do you think? I want to take a stab. Who's willing to take a stab at it? There's the right answer as far as you being prosperous.
Go ahead, Lisa.
Lisa, I don't see.
She got a big one on her right now. Go ahead.
Don't hide it.
I've been eating no popcorn like I'm at the movies. This is so good. I promise you guys, I believe this is exactly what Jesus Christ meant. This is what he was here for when he was saying, go out into the world, spread the gospel, spread the good news, spread the church. Because this is real. This is like real life talk. This is no spiritual, whatever. This is real talk. Real what the people go through in life. And our minds are so powerful. I honestly do believe that you can live and die by the power of your tongue, by the power of your thoughts. Even in the worst situations, just one split second of changing your thoughts about some things can change the whole atmosphere around you.
Wow. I
am Jamal, to answer your question, I am a soul that lives inside a body. I have power within myself, just like all the rest of us. We just have to keep into it. To change my whole situation, my whole atmosphere I can even change the people that come around me. I've done it. You know how you walk in the room sometimes and the atmosphere changes, you can feel the thickness in the room or whatever. Person have a big personality, you change the whole atmosphere around you. That's the type of power we have.
That's right.
But you have to, once you key in and lock into it and you get it, and then once you have to keep practicing and keep doing it over and over and over, and you will see yourself transforming yourself by the renewing of your mind. It's truth. It's not just Bible talk. This is natural talk. You know, we put some stuff on a spiritual level, natural. It's all the same. Spiritual, natural, the same. We are natural people, but we have a spiritual, soul. So it's the same. Even in my situation, I haven't worked since the 19th. But I told myself, you know what? Like you said, thank you for firing me, because now I have more time to get out and do what I really want to do, which is this. I was telling Serena, my coach, I said, you know what? I used to always say, I want to just travel the world. If I could just travel the world and get paid, I'd never have to work another day in my life. Be careful of your thoughts. Be careful of your words. This opportunity came. You see what I'm saying? That's action. That's power. Be careful what you say. I have to catch myself all the time about saying negative stuff. Very negative person used to be. But now I'm changing. I have people that come to me
Transform.
and encourage me from out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you attract what you think. Believe that. Jamal was absolutely right. When you think negative stuff, you embody that. It comes to you. Stop doing that. It's a learning process. I'm learning it.
Wow.
Stop it.
Wow.
My daily affirmations, I always say, I attract wealth now. I'm so happy and grateful that money comes to me in increasing quantities from multiple sources on a continuous basis. I'm completely debt free. I don't lack for anything. And whatever it is that I desire, I will it to come unto me. I will it to come unto me. I call those things that be not as though they were. That's what I'm doing. And when I tell you just little things, you know, I trip up sometimes or whatever, and I get a little behind, but you know what? It works.
Come on now.
It works. You don't believe it? Try it. Just think positive thoughts. Think about something that you desire and see it manifest. We have manifestation power. And just being around people like you guys, that's helping me because it's giving me validity in the fact that I know who I am.
Come on now.
I always have. Stuff that I used to be able to do, I didn't know I could do because that's how my mind worked. I can think about something and it would appear. I can think about I wanted something, it would appear. But also in a negative, if I thought negative about something, it would appear too.
Come on now.
Everybody in this whole room, we are a supernatural being on this earth. We can do whatever we want to do. I don't care if you say you want to climb the top of the mountain.
I don't hear nothing. Come on, this is too good.
Fired the lines.
Oh my God, that's so good. Look, Lisa, I can't hear the last part, but goodness gracious. Woo, that's just on fire over there. Man, you said something that just hit me. Man, and I'm going to give y'all an example real quick, but watch this. Lisa just said you can change the situation right then by the transformation of your mind. And I've heard this over and over and over. I got it just now. He said, watch this. Me and Jamal was outside working on a car. And Jamal is just sweating like I'm saying, Lynn, get him some water. Jamal said, I'm not hot. I said, Jamal, just like according to what you see. What I saw, it looked like he was so hot. Oh, what I saw, but in his mind, I ain't hot. Oh, y'all gonna get this one day. When you get this, man, come on, somebody. Mr. Malcolm, I know you got something to say. What it is, sir? Woo, that's good.
You went deep. You got too much background noise.
That ain't me. Hold on. Oh my God. Go ahead.
Give me a chance. I'll go outside on the phone. I'll chime in.
You come back. You got too much background. Man, this is so good. Go ahead, Jamal.
It's so good. And even when Lisa was talking, as you got that, because that was so good. Because see, man, and because see, guys, you guys said when we said if you change the way you see things, then the things will change. So I mean, him and Lynn was like, "Yo, you need water." I'm like, "I'm good." Like I was just sweating, but I wasn't hot. I mean, I was good. I mean, nothing. I was not being affected. I wasn't feeling like I was getting a heat stroke or nothing. And it was like, that was so good. And Lisa said something because when she lost her job, and I know a lot of you have lost jobs. Things have money's gotten tight, whatever. And I remember I was saying, remember the guy told us, he said, Jamal, and I'm so glad I heard this before I went through my storm. He said, it's called the apex of life. And he said, you're going to have, he said, and most people, you have to go down to go up. See, I lost $55,000 in 3 months' time. Okay. I mean, that could have been like earth shattering, but by me going down to my lowest point, right? I mean, losing my house, losing my 2 cars, and I went from all of that I had to living on my niece's Barbie doll bed. Okay? I want you to see this something. I mean, I went through this, right? And sleeping, I'm 6 feet, sleeping on a 4-foot bed with a bag of clothes under me, a trash bag. And I'm still working at CBS News making 6 figures. Nobody even knew I was going through this.
Wow.
And what I did was, I didn't look at my, if I looked at my situation as daunting, I would have probably jumped off a bridge, to be honest with you, at that point, to lose everything. But you know what? I kept in my mind that I'm going to get back up. I'm going to get back up. I'm going to get back up. And no one knew that I was on the phone prospecting people for my business, going to North Philadelphia, 18th and Montgomery. If you know where that is, that's called the hood. Okay, I mean, guys shooting outside, and here I am making six figures, right? And going back to this place, but I changed the way I saw the situation.
Woo, that's good. That's good.
I changed the way I saw where I was, and for a lot of us today, I'm telling you. See, you understand why I'm here. See, I got the T-shirt and I had to prove it to you. I'm not just talking about something. I'm just some theory. I went through it. And I'm telling you that the reason, but that's why, but the way Lisa just shared that, see how her energy was in it, what she said? If you see, the reason why you're still stuck in your rut is because you got to put some energy, as he said, if you come from the spirit and not the body.
Come on.
See, that's what it is. See, when I asked that question, a lot of you gave the right answer, but you gave it consciously, but you don't believe it subconsciously. Because from your conscious mindset, spirit or soul, but your subconscious mindset, body, that's why you're still downtrodden. That's why you still, woe is me, maybe it worked for me, I don't know. I don't know if this project going to work, I don't know if this going to work, because you're still looking at it from the body. But if you go from the spirit, if you go from what you're hosting and who you really are from the spirit, man, oh my goodness, you must be crazy. I don't care nothing can stop me. Nothing can stop me. I don't care. You can put me on. I'll live on the Barbie doll bed. I'll lose $55,000. Come on. It doesn't matter because from my body, yeah, I'll jump off a bridge. But for my spirit, oh no. No man falls 7 times, he'll get back up and rise back up. Because I know who's greater he is in me that he is in the world. See, greater he is in me. So I'm coming from my spirit, folks. That's what we're talking about today. That limiting belief system, and Mr. Thatcher, you got it when you said that. And when you said, man, and I never thought, because I mean, that's I was out running, and I mean, it was 90 degrees outside, right? And I remember, I know they said you got to monitor your body and think about before you have a heat stroke. And I'm out there running, and this lady, Lynn asked me yesterday. Now I was a whole other running trail, and I got beat. Okay, I got beat. I went to where the runners run, so it's no joke over there. And I'm running, and my body's slowing down. But I usually do 5 miles a day, but I did 6 yesterday, and I was testing my brain. I was testing myself because I kept saying, "It doesn't matter. It's all about your thoughts." See, I'm putting this to practice. It's about your thoughts, Jamal. See those people that was running faster than me, they were slowing down on mile marker 2. I went past them, but I said, "I'm gonna keep on going. I'm gonna keep on going," and I'm listening to my brain. Now, I'm not gonna be stupid because I mean, obviously, you could pass out if you was not being conscious. But my thoughts was, I can still run. I'm going to tell you guys to go run 90 degree weather. I've been doing this a long time. But Mr. Thatcher, I'm telling you, it works. I'm back to you, sir. I know Malcolm.
You got to tell me it worked, brother, because I know it worked. What you talking about? Go ahead, Lynn.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. Woo!
Wow. I'm just listening, and I was listening to, was that Lisa who spoke?
Lisa.
Yes, Lisa. Like, Lisa was so on point with what she said, and it just took me back to that period, a point in time when I got laid off. And I remember, and we kind of talked about it the other day, I'm realizing that I spoke that whole chain of events, that I spoke it into existence. And I mean, it was a difficult time for the particular company that I worked for, and they were in the habit of, acquiring new companies and then doing all these massive layoffs. And I think I had survived probably 3 layoffs. And I remember one day just saying, wow, I just turned 40. I hope I'm not still going to be working here, putting my kids through college. That was the first thing. The first thing I said. And then I remember not too long after that, it was like, they can lay me off if they want to. I'm going to just stay home and make cookies.
Ooh.
You did, huh?
And I spoke that onto my life. I spoke that onto my life. And I'm like, wow. So, you know, knowing and realizing the power of our words, I'm speaking new things into my life now. And it's so exciting because I know if the negative stuff that I say is coming true,
come on,
definitely the positive stuff that now comes out of my mouth is going to come true, and I can't wait.
Woo! Man, that's what I'm talking about. Did I hit record on this? I'm gonna put this one on the spotlight today. What you talking about? What you talking about?
I have a question for everybody, and I know we passed the time, but Lynn, you did something that was really key that I want everybody to do. See, I want you to prove to me, well, not to me, but I want you to prove that you spoke your life to where it is today. Can anybody else do that? Can anybody else prove that they spoke themselves to where they are today? See, I can tell you, I noticed things that I said. My income today is exactly, I know I spoke it. Can anybody else do that? Because Lynn, you said that. I like when you just hit me. You said, see, when you could pinpoint that, that's when Jack Canfield said, that's when your universe will start changing. When you understand you spoke yourself to where you are. See, it wasn't your husband, it wasn't a job. Can you tell how you spoke yourself into this? Well, I don't know. All men always cheat. Well, you know, I was talking to a friend. She said, "Man, my last 2 relationships, they always ended cheating." Well, you know, did you speak that to your life, right? So, can anybody do that? Can anybody pinpoint how they spoke themselves to exactly where they are today?
I definitely can, because I used to always say the same going thing. I used to say, listen, how the kid are getting on my nerves. What did they do? Get on my nerves. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, like you said, you're speaking that. The thing that Lynn said, and then you say it out of so much innocence. See, you don't even realize the power that you have, and the Bible clearly distributes it and says that what you speak out of your mouth will manifest, and I think we don't believe it. But then when you look at, like Mr. Muffet say, when you're now intentional, now you're being very precise on looking over your life and seeing to the point that you stopping yourself from saying stuff. Oh, nope, I ain't saying that. Nope, I ain't saying that. See, that's when you're going to find your power, and that's when your life is going to change. Stop looking at where you are and see where you're going, and understand where you are is what allows you to go where you're going. At the end of the day, stop putting all of this conviction on your life and sabotaging your life. Simply say, I don't know why me. Why this happening? My kid, this, that, boom, boom. What? Why are you focusing on that stuff? Brittany, what you want to say? You over there just clapping it up and everything. Can I unmute you? I can't unmute you. I guess I can't unmute her. But at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, that's what life is all about. So there you go. All right, there you go.
Okay, I'm so excited. Oh my goodness. So
look at Brittany.
I did that though. I willed my house into my life. So my house was pre-existing, but the portion that I lived in, they had just started building of the development. It's called, so it was off on the side of one of the main roads, and so I would always drive past it and be like, I want to live there. Like I love the area, and so I would always just say it every time I went past. One day I had the audacity to go into the what is that? The model house, and talk to the lady and all that. And I just, it was something about it. I just really liked it. And so, and I didn't think I could afford it, because when I moved out of my mom's house, I was kind of kicked out, which was the best thing could have ever happened to me. Just like Jamal said with his sister, it's the best thing that could have ever happened to me. At the time, I didn't think so, but I moved to a condo, and the house would have been 2 times more than what I had paid for the condo. And so, but I had these pictures that she gave me with the packet, and I would just always look through it. And then one day my mom was able to come out here, because it's away from my family. So my mom was able to come, and I said, hey, I want to show you something. And I just took her to develop it. And there was, you could kind of go in and talk to the lady, but it's not the model house, but it's like, I can't explain it. Anyways, so we went in there, and we was talking with the lady, and she was like, you need to do this, you need to.
She's in such a nice suburban environment.
Right. That's really.
You are breaking up really bad.
And I'm so surprised. I was like, okay. A week later.
Oh my God. This is such good stories.
Yeah,
okay, Brittany, I had to mute you just in case you hear me. I had to mute you because I'm not hearing you. You out there in that royal area where nobody know where you're at and all that stuff. So the internet normally don't work in those nice areas, right? So that's just what's going on. Sorry, Brittany, we love you. Go ahead, Malcolm.
Okay, good morning, everyone. Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I changed from where I was to Verizon. Can you hear me now? No, I changed from Verizon to Sprint. No. Okay. Hey, guys, this is the epitome of sitting at the table and reading from your menu. Some of you people have already gotten your order. Your order has already come in. And you even got more stuff coming, because with the restaurant you're sitting in, they always outdo themselves, and they always give in abundance. They always give in abundance. God cannot bless you with just a little, because that would be against his nature. His very name means more than enough. He's the El Shaddai. His name means more than enough. So when God blesses you, he always gives you more than enough. Some of you, Lisa, Lynn, you've already gotten your more than enough. Brittany has already gotten her more than enough. So some of us are still, we're sitting at the table. We're all sitting at the same table. Our order just hasn't come yet. But you, listen, I posted just now. That video merely teaches us to mind your thoughts, because somebody wants your mind. Debbie, mind your wants because someone wants your mind. Listen, we got to make sure that we fight tooth and nail to keep ourselves thinking on the positive side. Thinking on the positive side. It is just as easy to think positively as it is to think negatively. Step out of the old paradigms and step into the new. Because if you don't, you're going to be stuck back there and attracting more of what you don't want. Call it from your menu. And some of you have already done it. And guys, we're seeing the manifestation of it. We're seeing it. We're sitting here watching. We're sitting at the table. Oh, they brought Lisa's order. Oh, they brought Lynn's order. Oh, they brought Jemiah's order. Oh, they brought Brittany's order. And there's some more of you that are saying, yeah, I got this, I will this. Because you read from your menu, they went and took your order, and now you got it manifested. Guys, we're sitting at the same table. We ordered from the same table. We ordered something different from our menu, but what did you want from your future? I love what Jamal said a few months ago, and it really stuck to me. My Father has met our needs according to his riches and glory by Christ Jesus. All our needs are already met. Now God is gracing us with what we want. Your needs are met. He's now gracing us with what we want. What do you want, guys? What do you want? Brittany wanted a house. Lisa wanted to travel. Lynn got what she wanted. Jamal got his everything. And we are a soul, because your soul is eternal. You will live in eternity somewhere. You will live in eternity somewhere. And I just got this hot off the press. Every one of you have already been to heaven. Every one of us has already been to heaven. In your conception, life was issued from God who is in heaven. We were already there. It's just that Jesus was one of them that already knew that he had been there. That's why he was able to describe it in such great detail. We just haven't reached the point in our minds to where we can describe where we've already been. And since our soul was issued from the giver of life, our soul will always return to the giver of life. You are eternal. You were never meant to die. But since we went through that phase with Adam,
that's not right there, boy. Oh my God.
You were never meant to die. And your soul will live forever, so you better get it right.
Y'all heard that one?
I gotta drop the mic, man. Time is gone. I gotta drop the mic.
Go.
Listen.
Let's give it out.
Look, we are souls that live in a body. We are souls. The body's gonna be gone, but your soul will live.
Come on now.
Your soul will live. Your spirit will live. The spirit is eternal. That's why when people always talk about how old they are, oh, I'm so old. Look, age is nothing compared to eternity. Moses was 120 years old, but Moses still alive because he showed up on the transfiguration when Jesus was on the mountain.
Oh my goodness.
All right. I gotta look. I gotta let it go.
Bye. Y'all look. That man on a mission right there. Y'all hear me? When you get this, that's how fired up you're gonna be when you get this, knowing that you will live. You're gonna stop running to that goddamn graveyard, putting flowers on a damn box, and your parents are still living. You all up, oh, this person there, You acting all the fool. Look, guess what? They there. That's a body. The body is gone, not the spirit. Y'all gonna get. Look, man, I'm just like, wow. Thank you. How amazing we are. Miss Jasmine. Oh my goodness. I know this class is running over, but it's recorded. Jasmine, go ahead.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. I just wanted to say real quick, this has truly touched me today. One example I have is that when I was in undergraduate school, I had a counselor that told me that I couldn't go to school for engineering, for electrical engineering. He said I wasn't smart enough. I couldn't do it. When I went off to school, I told my father, I said, I don't care what happens. I'm getting an engineering degree or I'm getting no degree at all. That's it. That's all. My dad was like, wait a minute. Let's not be too hasty here. So, but I had my mind set, on getting my engineering degree. I didn't want anything else. I didn't want to settle for anything else. I knew it was a challenging curriculum, but that's what I wanted to do. I didn't have a plan B. Plan A was it.
Come on.
And I mean, I got through, I finished in 4 years and I came out and I got my job. And, my dad, they went back to the school and let that counselor know that I finished. They had to be a little bit petty, but,
No, that's congratulations. They supposed to do that.
But, it's just, I realize now that, you know, I've lost that. I've lost that, you know, determination that I had back then, you know, and I just need to regain that back because, you know, I didn't let anything stop me from reaching that goal. And I just need to, you know, dig in and find that same fortitude and, you know, drive that I had back then. So I just want to thank you for that.
Wow. I love PD, baby. I love this personal development class. Man, I just wanted to read a book. And I look at God, look at God, look at God. Y'all hear me? Mr. Mumford, we got to go, brother. It's 10 after 10. I got to go to run and get my body in shape. Punta Cana is coming. And I'm going to be 50 pounds lighter, baby. Trust me. Go ahead, Mr. Mumford.
All right. Googly, muggly.
Woo.
Well, then I'm going to add something different. All right, anyway, guys, hey, this is good. A good call. Well, I just end by saying this, as he said, are you a host to God? Because Avery done shut it down. Are you a host to God? Or are you a hostage to your ego? Guys, have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow morning.
Wow. Bye.